The passing of Jimmy Carter, our 39th president, has brought forth an outpouring of support, love, and cherished memories from family, friends, and fellow leaders. Tributes have poured in from former presidents, elected officials, and Americans across the country who admired his life of service, humility, and dedication to humanity. Yet, amidst this moment of national mourning, one figure stood out for his bizarre and self-centered response: Donald Trump. Trump's reaction to Carter's death served as yet another reminder of his inability to honor others without inserting himself into the spotlight. Before delving into Trump's statements, let's reflect on Jimmy Carter's remarkable life and legacy. Born in Plains, Georgia, Carter grew up on a peanut farm in a rural community without electricity or indoor plumbing. He went on to attend the U.S. Naval Academy, serve as a Navy lieutenant, and later take over his family's peanut farming business. He married Rosalind Smith, who became not only his lifelong partner, but also his most trusted advisor. Carter's early life was a testament to hard work, resilience, and humility. Carter's political career began with 2 terms in the Georgia State Senate, followed by his election as Georgia's governor in 1970. During his inaugural address, he boldly declared an end to racial discrimination in the South, signaling a new era of progressive leadership. However, Carter remained largely unknown outside Georgia until his presidential campaign gained momentum, particularly during the Iowa caucuses in 1976. As a political outsider and a deeply religious man, Carter resonated with Americans disillusioned by Watergate and other scandals. He narrowly defeated President Gerald Ford, becoming the first president from the Deep South in nearly a century. Carter's presidency was marked by bold initiatives, moral clarity, and an unwavering commitment to human rights. His foreign policy achievements included the Camp David Accords, which brokered peace between Israel and Egypt, an extraordinary diplomatic victory. Carter also took a firm stance against the Soviet Union by imposing sanctions following their invasion of Afghanistan and boycotting the 1980 Moscow Olympics. At home, Carter faced significant challenges, including an energy crisis, economic struggles, and the Iran hostage crisis, which ultimately overshadowed many of his accomplishments. Despite these difficulties, Carter's post-presidency set a new standard for former presidents. Through the Carter Center, he championed global human rights, fought diseases, and monitored elections to promote democracy worldwide. Carter's humanitarian work earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest ex-presidents in American history. Even as he battled health issues, Carter continued building homes for Habitat for Humanity, proving his dedication to serving others never wavered. In stark contrast, Donald Trump's response to Carter's death exemplified his trademark narcissism and lack of empathy. Trump began his statement by emphasizing the so-called exclusive club of former presidents, immediately centering himself in a moment that should have been about honoring Carter's life. Trump wrote, "I just heard of the news about the passing of President Jimmy Carter. Those of us who have been fortunate to have served as president understand this is a very exclusive club, and only we can relate to the enormous responsibility of leading the greatest nation in history." Rather than focusing on Carter's accomplishments or expressing genuine condolences, Trump's first instinct was to draw attention to himself and his own status. While Trump went on to acknowledge the challenges Carter faced and urged Americans to keep the Carter family in their prayers, the self-congratulatory tone of his opening sentence overshadowed any sincerity. Trump later added that he disagreed with Carter on many issues, but respected him as a man. However, the damage had already been done. At a time when the nation needed unity and reverence, Trump's response came across as tone-deaf and disrespectful. President Biden, on the other hand, delivered a heartfelt and eloquent tribute to Carter. Biden described him as an extraordinary leader, statesman, and humanitarian, and highlighted his lifelong dedication to promoting human rights, eradicating diseases, and supporting the underprivileged. Biden's statement also praised the love shared between Jimmy and Rosalind Carter, calling their relationship a model of partnership and patriotism. Unlike Trump, Biden's words reflected humility, empathy, and a genuine admiration for Carter's legacy. The contrast between these two statements underscores the fundamental differences between their approaches to leadership. While Biden honored Carter's life with grace and sincerity, Trump used the occasion to boost his own image. This disparity serves as a reminder of why Trump's leadership style is fundamentally flawed. Carter embodied selflessness, humility, and a commitment to service, values that Trump consistently undermines with his egotism and self-promotion. Carter's passing is not just a loss for America, but for the world. He exemplified what it means to lead with compassion and integrity. Even after leaving office, Carter remained devoted to humanitarian work, proving that leadership is not about titles, but about actions. He showed us that the measure of a leader is not found in self-glorification, but in service to others. As Americans reflect on Carter's legacy, it is essential to recognize the qualities that made him a great leader, qualities that are sorely lacking in Trump. Carter's humility, faith, and moral clarity stand in sharp contrast to Trump's arrogance, divisiveness, and self-absorption. Trump's statement following Carter's death is just one example of how he fails to rise to the occasion, even in moments that call for solemnity and respect. President Biden's tribute, on the other hand, reminds us of what true leadership looks like. It highlights the importance of honoring those who dedicate their lives to improving the world and uplifting others. Biden's words celebrated Carter's legacy while offering comfort to those mourning his loss, a stark difference from Trump's self-centered approach. Moving forward, Carter's life should inspire us to demand more from our leaders. We need leaders who prioritize service over self-interest, empathy over ego, and unity over division. Carter's legacy challenges us to be better, to give back, and to live with purpose. His memory will continue to inspire generations to come. As we say goodbye to Jimmy Carter, let us honor his remarkable life by upholding the values he stood for: kindness, compassion, and a commitment to justice. And let us also use this moment as a reminder of what we deserve from our leaders. Carter showed us the power of humility and service, while Trump's response serves as a cautionary tale of what happens when leaders put themselves above the people they serve.